Is it anime?
Is it
Yes.
anime? Yes. Is it also useful and fun? Yes.
Yes, those two things are not exclusive. Yeah. You guys play Deep Rock Galactic?
Rock and Stone.
Probably should.
Oh yeah.
No.
It's
equal to twice your level, and you gain this feat. You gain a level thereafter.
So basically, you gain 6 HP now, and then at the next level up, you gain an additional 2. And so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the benefit of the tough feat is that like it's better than just like add my constitution. This one like is designed to make you chunkier. So that always helps.
Better roll a D6 real quick.
Come on.
Right.
Plus 6. Yep. There we go. Stats. Hey, let's go. 24.
By the way, what you guys up to?
Not much.
Fair enough.
Playing Deep Rock Galactic.
No, we're not.
I mean, I have Deep Rock Galactic. I'm just.
I also have Deep Rock Galactic. Anyway, so Ocean. Here's the TLDR on what we're doing here. So Pancake is unavailable.
Yes.
He is doing a bonfire. But I know that people like D&D. I know that people enjoy D&D, and I enjoy D&D. So what I'm offering here is to take the characters you have and run a one-shot with them. Of a genre of your choosing. I have a bunch of stuff prepped in my campaign, in just like random stuff I prepared, some one-shots for other things. So if you guys want to run something, I am happy to do it for you. It is not mandatory. You can say you don't want to play. But if you do, I'm here, and I'm willing to run pretty much whatever. I've got several things prepared. Go over. You guys want to play? The first. Do you guys want to play?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll play.
I'm kind of 50-50 on it.
Well, how about we go to the next step? So here's what I roughly have prepared for you guys. I have a small one shot in my brain. Right. I have a small one shot that is prepared like on paper that I can do. I have a dungeon delving adventure, which is prepared as well. And in arena, which is from my campaign, where you'd be able to like fight and stuff like that. So any of those are options, or if you guys have something else you request, I might have it ready. That's what's in my brain right now.
Probably either a one shot or a dungeon. I'm down for those.
Mike.
I'm down for whatever. So.
Notion.
I kind of want to go sleep. I'm sorry.
Would you like an energy drink?
Absolutely not. That would fuck my shit up. No, that sounds awful.
All right. Well, if you were not going to sleep and say play D&D, theoretically, not gonna make you. What of the things I listed would you be most interested in playing?
If I was playing, which I'm probably not going to, probably dungeon delving because I enjoy that quite a bit.
All right.
That's probably what I would do.
So, all of you except for Mike have not seen me run a dungeon before. And Mike, this will be the dungeon you run before. But I don't think you guys got particularly far enough to make this spoiler filled. Right.
We did not get far at all.
Yeah. Okay.
let's run a dungeon then.
Alright. Dungeon delve. You are not forced to attend Ocean.
I probably won't.
Yep.
Alright.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah. I was eating chips.
All good. No worries. I will see you guys at another time then.
Alright. See you. If you can't sleep, you're welcome to come back.
Fair enough.
So.
I was preferring more maybe one shot over dungeon crawl, but I'm not like strong enough on it to if we're going towards dungeon crawl, we'll do dungeon crawl.
Right. Have your preference for dungeon crawl?
Sure. It was either that or one shot, so.
Alright then. I will roll for it. How about that?
Okay.
Alright, so even will be dungeon crawl. Odds will be one shot.
Roll a d3, and 2 of those can be dungeon crawl, and 1 of them can be the one shot.
Okay. Well, first roll of the night is a 20. So probably. Okay. For that it would be a D12. 1 through 8 is dungeon crawl. Higher is one shot. That's a 5. We're doing a dungeon crawl.
Okay.
Eating show. Gonna take me a bit of a slow start, bud.
That's okay.
Alright. So you guys went and Ajahn have been pulled into an alternate reality. In this one, both of you have arrived a few days beforehand for the festival. It had been unfortunately pushed back due to some bad weather, and you guys were asked to just kind of mill about the town for a few days and wait for it. They wanted to do it on the anniversary, but storm season has really thrown off the fishing. So it would be no harvest for them to haul in and have this big feast.
Okay.
Both being rather curious people and having explored the town. We had heard rumors that there was something of a dungeon on the outskirts, something that Ergo had gone through when he was young, and that many people in the town have been always very curious of. It doesn't seem to allow many in, but it has been something that many people have said they enjoyed or have tried to find. You guys have decided that you might as well give a shot looking for it. So. Dorvos has spent the last few days drinking with Cudgel, and Leica agrees to go with you as the Minotaur has been sleeping off the trip and kind of considering things. So you guys spend a while looking for this dungeon, and eventually find what looks like a large hole in the ground. It seems to be a pit, almost a sinkhole of sorts, with a small hole at the bottom about 5 feet wide, and a large crater about 50 feet across at the top. What would you guys like to do?
I mean, it can be tempting to just jump into a hole in the ground, but
that sounds like suicide.
Yeah.
Do we have probably... Is there like rocks embedded into the crater around near the hole?
Yeah. It's not perfectly smooth. There's some like. It's not like a dead drop. It's a very gentle slope down to the hole, and you can see there's some rocks sitting out. It may have been perfectly smooth when it was made, but this thing is very clearly an old hole. Like there are some rocks that have been kicked into it or fallen down. A few parts that are eroded.
All right, so I'm probably gonna use one of my pythons and like try and sink it behind a rock so I can throw a bit of rope down the hole.
Yeah, that works fine. That works fine.
Yep.
Want to roll me a sleight of hand check to kind of set the pin and everything? It's a low DC. It's a low DC.
Sleight of hand check. So that's a D20 plus 8. No. God damn.
Well.
Roll 1D20. Control A. Plus.
Picture mark R. 1D20 plus 8.
Yep. 21.
Oh. You find a nice, very secure rock that you're actually able to wedge up a bit. So you tie your rope around the pipe and you wedge this rock up a bit, and you actually just have the rock fall down and kind of just sink the thing right into the ground. Very secure hold. As you toss the rope into it, it seems like it's about 3 seconds before it hits the bottom. So it's not too deep. Although it is pitch black down there.
Ah. That would be a problem, probably.
Yeah. It's notably rather pitch black down there. But you're able to easily set the pipe and climb down. I'm not going to make you like roll to climb if you wish.
I don't want to, but I will if I have to.
Oh, I'm gonna cast guidance on you. So you just in case you need any ability checks.
I mean, it's a steady climb down, right?
No roll. Just do you want to climb down? I'm just like asking. Okay. So Twin kind of with his rope secured decides to climb down the hole. And yeah, it's rather dark down there. You have torches if you want to light one. After you get to the bottom, but yeah, it's about 15 feet down from the edge, and it seems to be kind of this relatively cool square room. You can kind of make out the edges from a little bit of lights that are coming in, but without additional lighting, you can't really see if there's any exits to the room or anything like that.
I will wait a minute and listen to any of the ambient sounds to see if they sound like they're creatures or anything before I light a torch.
No, doesn't seem like there's anything particularly around here.
Can I roll a perception check?
Sure. Or I'd let you. Passive perception is what? What's your passive perception? Should just be your wisdom plus 10.
The wisdom modifier?
Modifier, yeah. Wisdom modifier, yeah.
11? Though... What? Apparently I have proficiency in perception.
So it's if you do that it's plus your proficiency. So like 13. That's fine. There's nothing.
Okay.
Again, you don't hear much down here. From the rumors you heard kind of up at the surface, this place was a very relatively safe dungeon. It wasn't like a thing where you were expecting to be killed immediately. So it seems like honestly the first floor seems entirely devoid of really any sounds coming from anything. It seems like it's just all kind of old and stable.
Light a torch.
Yeah. You light your torch and you're able to see that. You can. The room is very square. Seems to be almost carved out of the stone here. With very flat, solid walls and ground. Some kind of signs of wear as if people have been through here a good bit. And notice only really in the center of one of the walls you can see about a 10-foot corridor that kind of leads further in. You wanna call up to Ajan?
Is it safe to join?
Yeah, seems to be fine.
All right, come in. Just kind of post on down. So what's in this corridor? Is it just like a wall, or is it?
It seems kind of from your perspective. You're used to ships and everything, where everything is kind of like carved out or weird. So you used to a lot of texture. So it seems a bit stranger. These are just perfectly bare, flat walls. At least for now. There's no like outlines of bricks or anything. It's just entirely flat.
I know, like, us as characters wouldn't know this, But is it concrete? Is it just basically concrete? Just flat concrete?
Basically, it's just stone. It's stone. Like this was a mountain, and they just carved it out of the stone.
Fun.
Yeah, it's basically they chiseled out this room, and it's just perfectly flat.
Cool.
All right. I think I'm just gonna keep going. But I am gonna light a torch.
Yep.
All right. Suppose you have torches now.
So, how far down does the cavern go? Like how long do we walk before we see something?
You noticeably only walk about another 30 feet or so. Kind of just out of the range of what you can see with your torch. So once you get past that, you're able to see it opens up into this other large room. You can see an obelisk in the center with writing on all four of it, each in a different language. Dwarvish, Elvish, Common, and Gnomish, I guess. Halfling. Gnomish or Halfling, whatever the appropriate language is. From there, you can see that there is a large kind of hole inset in the far wall, almost as if it's something leading down, some kind of large ladder, or just hole. This room is very clearly different. It has actual texture and things to it. It's not just something carved out. You can see somewhat intricate brickwork on the side. There's an obelisk here, and then several small pedestals off to the sides. Do you guys want to read the obelisk?
Sure. What's on the? What's written there?
Okay. You can see it says the same thing in every language. It seems to be more accessible than anything. As to why it's written on all four sides in different languages. It says roughly as follows. Welcome all ye who come here. Insert challenge, fame, fortune, or gold. This is a proving ground. One where your metal and mind will be tested. A place you are free to explore. This proving ground has been home to many in the past year, but it seeks only few. Please place a token, an item that you value on the pedestal. And if it is deemed worthy, it will glow and you will be allowed access deeper into the dungeon. There you shall find many a thing. And hopefully learn about yourselves and your skills. Yeah. As you can see, there's still those various pedestals just kind of around. There's about four of them.
All right. What does Ajahn own? Not much.
Wants to give up anything.
I guess I've got like kind of this old rope I have wrapped around my hands.
I got DM note. It says judged. It does not say taken. It does not say that the items will be taken. It says that they will be judged.
In that case, I'll put my quarterstaff on it with like the chunk of ship that I used to fight with on it.
What about you, Clint?
Probably my rapier.
So both of you put an item on the pedestals that you value pretty highly. Ajahn, this is a staff that you have been working with for years. It's actually from Ingo. It's kind of remind you of all the times you've been working with and training with your monks. It means a lot to you. And as you place it down, you can see that the pedal kind of glimmers with this white light, slowly encasing the object. Being recently divinely awakened for reasons that I'm not sure of. You can kind of see the lines and veins of it as this thing is kind of seemingly analyzing your staff. The same thing happens with you. You put it on one of these pedestals and a white glow kind of opens and surrounds it. From there, it seems to sit for a while, waiting, unsure of what's happening, but it seems to glow. Both of them are collapsed in a white light. Once they are totally immersed, you see the light immediately just kind of all of a sudden fade. It drains down into the pedestal and shoots almost along lines that were kind of carved into the floor from the pedestals to that large hole off to the side. You hear this large grinding mechanical noise as something opens. And it would appear that your items were judged value. Have enough value.
Cool.
Can we take them back?
Yeah, they're just now sitting on the pedestals. The white light gone.
All
I
right.
would assume we get to take it back.
No, Jack, your GM made a note that it wasn't gonna take your shit, but it took it anyway.
Ah.
No, you get to keep it, man.
All right. What was my one possession?
Yep.
Yeah, you get to keep your one meaningful possession, man.
Okay. Sick. Okay. So this place. Assassin Walkman's like, all right then. So it seems like this is a judge of character. Now, question I have then. What is it judging?
It could be anything, right?
Is it like my taste in soup? Doubt it, but you know, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
It's like this guy's a chowder guy. Anyway, keep walking.
I never understood clam chowder.
Good. I don't eat shellfish, but it's the one thing I allow myself because
I'm just like seeing your two characters talking in character about clam and chowder.
Yeah. Just one chowder guy would do more of like a more basic sort of stock kind of thing. Noodles and soup or nah.
Noodles, yes. Soup, sure. But if I were to go for a chowder, it would probably be chicken.
I'm imagining him twins back, so he's like, I'll eat whatever soup I can get my goddamn hands on. But chicken chowder's up there.
Yeah.
Honestly, one
you
of
guys can
those
relax. This is not like a big kill you dungeon. Half the points for you guys to enjoy your characters. So you're welcome to talk to each other.
Like it wants to make sure that we're not like it's just to see if we actually have things that we care about. It seems like judge our possessions. So
Yeah.
Hey. I say we press on. No harm in it.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not standing next to that big hole on the floor. And this time you can see there's a rope that kind of descends from the ceiling going down. It seems to be almost vine-like, kind of made of this green material. Triple wrapped, kind of like a normal rope would be. Looking down into it, you can see that it opens up. Whatever it leads down to opens up into this rather bright green grove-like area. You can see kind of off the light of your torch. Again, various plants seemingly moving, and you can now hear as kind of entirely mute so far. The sounds of nature, kind of leaves rustling, small things moving around, insects chirping. Insects and birds kind of chirping and making small sounds. Down the hole.
I guess we go.
Let's do it.
Who goes first?
I'll take point on this one.
Tom save. Quick, make a con save or die immediately.
Okay.
No, there's a joke, man.
You want a con save or not?
No, it's a joke. You descend.
All right.
I'm not trying to kill you, man. Okay.
Please don't.
It wouldn't even matter. Dude, this is a canon. If your character dies or you don't gotta make a new one.
Normally, I'd believe you, but because this is like a non-canon one-shot, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm not going to kill you. The goal here is not to kill your characters in a funny way.
I know, but that's what I would do because I'm fucking mad.
But so you descend Ajan, and yeah, it seems to be another room, kind of very square like the first one, 15 by 15 or so. And this one again. Well, the walls are perfectly flat. They're now covered in vines and moss. You can see several kind of large, gangly trees like willows around you. And again, just like thick grass below your feet. It feels rather damp and warm here as opposed to the last room. And you can see this time, as opposed to just one exit, you can see all four cardinal directions have a hallway leading out of them.
Are they perfectly on the cardinal points, or are they just like a little off?
They're perfectly. You don't have a compass to tell, but they're in perfectly like the center. So it's a 15 by 15 room, and then on the right wall, perfectly 5 feet in the middle of it, there's a door. There's a hallway. So on all four, like. Give me half a second here. Hold the thing up.
Into the table.
Where the hell did these images go? Downloads. File name. It's dungeon.
Yeah.
Dungeon floor 1. That becomes a layer. Nope, that's not how I want to do that. So the six. There's a thing for this. Layer. Fit. Okay.
What are we looking at here?
Give me like half a second to do this thingy.
Okay.
Okay. I have a map of this dungeon, so I figured I'd just bust it out. So here's how this works. You've seen this before, Mike, so you know the drill here.
Yeah.
Basically, what happens here is I have a map. I will cover it up with a big block of thing, and then as you explore, I will kind of remove it and show you what the rooms look like.
Cool.
Okay. New.
For some reason, when we were entering this dungeon, I got the vibes of like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker's Outset Island. God, what was it? The trial under the. Never mind.
You're fine. How do make a new layer in this tool? New. How does one do layers here? File, new. Layer. There it is. Layer 1. We make this. Okay, we're just picking
the Savage Labyrinth.
How does one make this have an opacity value that's like I want to make a transparent layer.
But
new. There it is. That'll work. And on this layer.
It's me a tutor for elementary school students, and I'd always be like, all right, let's see, how do I do this? With your butt, like real creative stuff. This nation's youth.
That's not what I want. But I'll take it. I'll just make a square. Big square.
Savage Labyrinth. Oh god, that's a throwback.
Here we go. There we are. And then I do this brush, eraser. Where is the main room? Just now have to find the room. Brush. Finally done. Sorry, that took a second.
Yeah.
Share screen. The dungeon. Okay. So, welcome to the dungeon. As you can see, there is one room. You guys have one room over here.
Yep.
Four cardinal directions. We're gonna move up, down, left, right. So, if you want to descend Twint as well, you see the same thing again. This 15 by 15 room, hallway leading out of each of the four directions of it, and it is filled with these kind of large gangly trees, insects, birds, kind of slightly moving around, a few things rustling in the grass, and this large dense grass under your feet.
Strange. Who would have thought we had?
My question is, how is there grass underground?
And there's a light here, too. And you don't see anything obviously outputting the light.
There's an ambient existing light.
Like light.
Can I put out my torch?
Right.
You're welcome to put out your torch.
Can I roll insight to see if I can tell if there's any weirdness going on with this room?
Sure. You're welcome to if you like.
Okay. Well, 23.
Roll me a history in addition to that now.
History?
Mm-hmm.
What is my history? Not good. Because again,
You have an advantage because you rolled so well in the first one.
Okay. So a nat 20.
That'll work. So, Arsham. You've heard about dungeons. Dungeons are often something that pirates would talk about. When you captured them, they would sometimes tell you stories kind of in jail to each other. More like a secondary thing that you heard of than anything else. Dungeons are these large underground labyrinths that have been constructed by some unknown. Some people believe it to be the older gods. Some people believe it to be just large empires of the past. But dungeons are large structures in which people will hide and use treasure. So your insight tells you that most of the stuff around you is magical. It feels very similar to why. Where it's just kind of this ethereal feel to everything. It's physical. You can, but everything is kind of.
Is this place asking me questions?
No, it's not asking you questions. But it's very ethereal. It's kind of there, but not. It's there, but it feels very energetic, very magical when it's there. Like how Y sits on your shoulder, you feel something physically there, but it's just a little bit more than physical. You can tell if you focus on that it's more than just a thing, like a touch there. So you're able to tell that a lot of this stuff is magical, which is likely why there are plants growing underground, and why this is so different than the floor above it. So the ambient light and everything, it's kind of like there's just magic around in these spaces that are making everything kind of alive here. So you are welcome to.
So I'm gonna press on because
you're gonna tell Twint.
Well, yeah, explain that to Twint and just be like that they're like what dungeons basically are.
So explain to Twint then.
Yeah. All right. So
I think as a character I would want to like subtly like figure out like, hey, maybe the grass and the walls are giving off light, but
if you want to make a roll too, you're welcome to.
Okay.
Guidance. So roll. Add a D4 to that.
Roll investigation or insight, your choice.
Investigation or insight? Probably insight because, goddamn. So 1d20 plus 1 plus 1d4. Is it just straight 4 or is it a d4?
Plus a d4.
Okay. $18.
Yeah. With that, you're able to tell that everything seems to be giving off light here. I would say you're not. You haven't been alive long enough to know what's going on with the to have heard of Dungeons. They're not really a thing where you are.
Fair enough. I have probably seen like glowing moss in sewers, but
yeah,
that's about it.
So you are able to very kind of quickly get the idea of what's going on. You've been exposed enough to magic. I think artificers, gnomes, halflings have artificers and stuff. So you're able to like relatively easily get that. Yeah, this is magical, and not just light, but kind of everything around here. It's a magical place, and the light and everything seems to be coming from magic. You specifically know because you're more closer to the ground that there are insects here. They're moving rather rhythmically. They don't seem to have much of a mind of their own. You can see the birds flying around, and it seems almost pattern-like. They're flying from one branch and swooping down to try and grab an insect, then to another, and then flying back to that first one and doing it again. It's all very advanced. Again, these are complex patterns, but everything here seems to be somewhat like artificial and kind of made to look natural.
Interesting.
It seems this place is definitely trying to appear to be natural and everything, but there's clearly underlying things controlling it.
Fun. Shall we move to another room?
I say so.
Yeah.
So, where would you guys like to go? You have four directions.
When in doubt, go in the direction your life is going. Let's head south.
All right.
Heading immediately south, you guys come to. I have to open that tab. Okay. So heading south, you guys. Eventually. Come to a dead end. You guys see that the hallway just kind of goes and stops. There's still some small grass on the ground around you. And they're moss and everything on the walls, a few vines hanging from the ceilings. Still with the same amount of ambient light. And eventually you just kind of come to a dead end. To the south.
Interesting.
Okay. A dead. Is there anything on the wall, or is it just done?
Would you like to investigate?
Yes, I would.
Again, the wall just kind of like it's just a wall. You hit the end of the hallway, and there is a wall in front of you. You're also free to investigate if you wish, Twint.
I have a small hammer. Can I just sort of tap it on the wall?
Sure. I will let you investigate with advantage.
Total of 13.
Okay. And Twint.
Investigation.
Yes. This wall is made of wall.
Yeah, Ajahn, you're like this wall is definitely a wall. It's wall-like in its construction. It is made of bricks. It appears to be solid.
I'm just gonna stare at it for a little bit.
Just like stare at the wall. You stare at the wall and being like, "This place is magical. Is this a magical wall?" You start asking it questions. Are you a wall?
Let me hit you with the guidance on that, so you can add D4.
All right.
Guidance a cantrip?
Guidance? Yeah, guidance. Cantrip. Yeah, cantrip. You just spam the shit out of it. It's great.
So it's either 14 or 18. Probably 18.
18. Yeah, 18 definitely works.
So
you're tapping your hammer on the wall, and you notice it doesn't quite sound right. You've hid in a lot of places in your life. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
And false walls have been a part of that. This wall, it sounds thick, but it doesn't sound solid. You take like a second to tap on the wall next to you in a spot where there is noticeably less moss, and it makes a very different sound than when you're tapping on this wall. This is very clearly not an entirely solid wall, although it is rather thick. You can tell that there's something behind this door.
You voice this to me?
Yeah.
Say less. Say less. I attack the wall.
What do you voice to him? How do you like to Ajan?
It doesn't sound the same. It's probably a hidden passage, but there is also a possibility that we need to come back here later.
I don't know, Ajan. That looks pretty wall-like to you.
Paul,
You've been touching that wall.
Are you saying there's something behind the wall?
Yeah.
I punched the wall.
All right.
Break your fist.
Roll in attack roll.
All right. I guess what am I using here? I guess I'm punching it. 24.
All right. Is that a nat 20?
No.
All right. You hit the wall. Roll a strength saving throw.
Ow.
Just to not break my fucking fist.
Yeah.
17.
It would appear that this is a false wall, but it is still a very solid false wall. It is not entirely sturdy. There's clearly something behind it, but it is still about 6 inches of solid concrete-like material.
You know the famous Jackie Chan handshake.
You clearly dented one of the bricks, like you made a little chip off of one of them, but one punch is not going to get you through a solid concrete wall.
I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even think I was thinking.
Probably not.
Okay.
It seems from your that you would potentially, I guess, in the long-term sense, be able to eventually punch through this wall, but it would take you a very long time and probably very much hurt your hands.
Let's move on to somewhere else.
Something else.
You just see him like fucking punch the wall, like ringing his
Shit.
Let's go west, I guess.
Okay.
Back to the main room.
So you guys head back up to the main room. Start to head west.
I am gonna have to go soon. Because I realized that because we're not gaming, I'm gonna go see my girlfriend.
That is fine.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna in like 25 minutes or so. Otherwise, I think you might be soloing this twins.
Fuck.
All right. So
let me help while I'm still here.
Okay. So you guys decide to head westwards, and you see that there's another room following. If you guys could roll me, what's your passive perception as you guys are heading? We figured out yours is 13 twins. What is yours, Ajan? What was that?
15.
So Twin, you don't quite immediately see this, but Ajan, you do. You head to this west room, and it is very clearly a much larger room than the last one. This one is still kind of coated in these thick willow-like trees all around. Kind of short to medium grass this time around it, and lots of mud it would appear like. There's trees all over, especially in the corners, and you can see various birds, larger ones hopping around this time. This time though, you see that there are other creatures in here. Ajan, you notice this, and Quinch, you don't immediately. There are what look to be large pig-like creatures with tusks low to the ground. Several of them. They seem to vary in size and age, from like tiny little ones that seem to be babies to one that seems to be about like 5 foot tall, standing and rather large around.
Pig-like. That means not pig.
Yeah, like boars.
Okay. Have they seen us?
It doesn't appear so. You guys are still like standing at the entrance, I assume. You haven't like headed in.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of
You do not see pigs and be like, fuck it, I'm in there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna signal to Trent like, watch out. Because they're not like pigs aren't naturally dangerous, but boars can be. Boars are big furry nightmare animals. So I'm just like, bacon, 12 o'clock.
Yep. How many?
You would say there's probably like three or four of the bigger ones, and then a bunch of small ones running around. The big ones probably could put up a fight. One of them may be the very big one, which looks pretty tough. The other ones are just like babies. They probably wouldn't put up much.
I'd probably just kick them.
Yeah.
If need be.
Let's thinking like if it's a family that could mean the adults are going to be very aggressive and protective, or they won't mind us if we don't mind them.
Yeah.
So I'll be the guinea pig here. I'm going to carefully walk into the room, not towards them, but just kind of like make. I'm not gonna sneak because I actually do kind of want them to see me, just to like, but maybe in a sense of like I mean no harm kind of vibe. Would that be like
you're foregoing stealth in this case? Yeah, I get what you mean. Just very slowly, like hands up, very clearly not a threat, like walking into the room and slowly trying to like walk away from where the pigs are.
Yeah. Just here, Suey.
So I meant to say this. You do notice that the only entrance you can visibly see right now is that across the room from you, this exit right here. It seems to be another hallway leading off. Just right here.
Okay. Not another dead end room.
It's not a dead end room. No. So you guys slowly. You specifically slowly start walking past. And I'm gonna make a roll real quick.
Okay. How they're reacting. I'm about to find out.
All right. To see how they react. Okay. That is not great. So yeah. You see that they. I never said who it wasn't great for. So yeah. You see the pigs. They don't all immediately notice as you're just kind of milling about. You're making noise as you're kind of like rustling the leaves, but they seem to be pretty enamored with whatever they're doing. You see the big ones seem to be kind of rolling around in the mud, and the smaller ones do see you. And you notice that some of them kind of like look at you a little bit funnily, just do that before kind of like dashing around. You see they mostly run behind the big one once they notice you. So it takes until you're about 5 feet from the door until they start like the adults seem to notice you. You immediately notice that they do start making some. You hear some loud squeals. You see the big one kind of rise up on its ridges, and you see it slightly butt its tusks at the ground. At this point, all the tiny ones behind it.
Okay. Assumption confirmed. This is a parent, and it's going to be really protective of its babies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take like a. I think I would probably carry around. I have like a rice ball or something. Like
you've got some rations.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it on the ground. Take a few steps back.
Towards the place you came, or back towards the door. Out.
I'm gonna have twin at my like behind me. I would just in case. So I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up southward. Kind of towards the actual passageway.
Okay, so you're kind of like back. Passage is on the west side.
Oh yeah, sorry. West side.
Backing up towards the passage. Got it.
Towards the passage.
You kind of like very slowly start walking, and the thing is, its eyes are now trained on you. The other adults kind of near it, but seemingly deferring to it, like what it's going to do.
Also, while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna like look over at Twin and just be like, sneak this way while I'm pulling their attention.
Can I roll a stealth roll?
So you want to walk over stealthily? You can go ahead and roll stealth. I won't. You've had an advantage because they're alert now. They're not distracted. They're distracted by him, but they're still alert. They're still like looking around the room and everything. So I won't say you get advantage this time.
So that is +8.
I am giving you guidance though. So.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. +1d4. 17.
That'll work. So yeah, you see, they're not quite all searching on their own. They're rather focused on him. So you were able to kind of make your way around the outside of the room, away from the pigs. They are in like the northwest corner right now, roughly. Right about here. So you sneak around the south, and you're kind of going around. And you are relatively without incident able to make it back to Ajahn. So you kind of cross Ajahn and are able to head into the doorway before Ajahn. Pigs are going to make another check. That'll be enough. As you see the big one kind of starts slowly trotting towards you, kind of digging its large tucks into the mud, kind of showing you how strong it is by making these suppressions as it moves along.
Okay. I'm wondering if this is like if it's like a bear where it's like,
it seems to be trying to like tell you to fuck off.
Okay. I will do that.
So you proceed to back out of the room, and you notice that the board does walk up to the door, but it does not go through. It does not chase you into the hallway. You guys are able to get to the hallway. All right. So the hallway here is kind of. Hallway here is again rather straight, still low grass on the ground, just like the other one. And it crosses another hall. So you can see here this little crossing right here. So it crosses off, and you can either head to the north or continue westwards.
I think we want to go north. Just follow the wall.
So we're doing it like a maze. It's like stick to one wall kind of thing. Yeah, we could do that.
Sure. So you guys continue to head up this path, and it is relatively simple terrain. Continue to go, and you notice that eventually it leads you back. I will unmapify the map part of this. It leads you back to a corridor. I'll say that you guys have good enough internal sense to tell that you can see right here the original room. Seems like you've done a loop at this point, which lets you avoid the pigs. So you reach back to the original room, and you can see that there is. We're now at the north path, and that this one forks off in two directions, west and east. You guys were on the west path, and it seems to lead past the pig rooms. Yeah. In terms of places you have not been, you could go the top east route. You could go the normal east route, or you could go the westmost route after the pig room. But you have a way to get past without having to go through the room.
Fair enough.
So in that case, I think we should just keep going west.
Yeah.
Also, I find it very funny that you immediately said, "Okay, we're just going to keep going left, follow the left wall," and then immediately realize you're on an island if you keep doing that. There is no break off. You just continue to go left forever.
Let's break the cycle.
Break the cycle.
Let's continue going west.
So yeah, you guys head back up the path, I assume. Did not have to go through the pig room.
Yeah.
So you guys head up the top path and are able to pass through it. And heading more westward, you eventually find turn down leads south as you guys were intentionally going south as your lives are.
Great.
What's up? Is Y with us?
I was gonna say. She's with you, but she's being kind of quiet. Not in her like pensive sense quiet, but like very just like as she was toddler, looking around you. She's looking off your shoulder. She's looking around the room constantly.
Okay.
Again, seemingly very curious, but she seems so enraptured by everything. She hasn't asked any questions yet.
Alright, Mobert's like, if my child is being quiet, that's suspicious. Okay, so at least she's not asking questions every 5 seconds. So
Yeah.
works for me.
So yes. You guys get to this next room, and I need one moment to check something. 'Cause I think I have written down what's in these rooms. Pretty sure I know what's in this room. Where is my? I have a folder for this campaign. Dungeon delve. Not go this far. Un momento. I'm trying to think. What was in this fucking room? That was the.
I'm actually gonna give a dinner reservation. So I'll see you guys. Enjoy this solo crawl.
Fun.
If you wish to continue, I'm fine doing so for the first floor. And then you just kind of vibe instead. That's also fun.
Yeah, probably just gonna continue the delve. If I find anything like super hard, I'll probably quit.
Just a note. This is not a hard dungeon floor.
Yeah.
Or the exploring to be fine. I do know some of the secrets because we've done this before. But yeah. So.
That's fine.
I know one of them is the spring room. What was?
If you want,
where's the ticket?
Enjoy the terrace in floor 2.
Fuck.
I'm kidding. I'll see you guys later.
All right, see ya.
Yeah.
I'll give you like 5 minutes to find out what's in that room. I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So take a short break for a second here.
Yep.
Is it the fish room? This is the spring room. That's the fish room. That's the bird room. I'm gonna say that's a frog. That's the orangutans. Foxes. Fox room.
Woof.
Hello. Wolf is right. Just about. Wolf is just about right.
Oh God.
So I have remembered most of the dungeon. I hope. We're gonna see about that. And we can continue to crawl. Would you like some information about this dungeon? Just like holds barred me to you.
Sure.
So there are basically three paths through this dungeon. It is split kind of along the center. There is a path to the left and there's a path to the right. You are currently on the left path.
Cool.
You're welcome to switch and kind of go between them at any times, but you just have to get back to the room.
Which room?
The center room.
Oh, okay.
Over here. So you notice that starting about here, I have to switch to the color yellow. Starting about here, Kind of as you continue here, this yellow marks difficult terrain. Green, I guess, marks difficult terrain. So starting around now, the rooms and trails seems to get harder. There are thicker grasses kind of going up and everything. You see some brambles and vines. Nothing too spiky or anything that's like damaging you, but it's just harder to get over, taking you longer.
Okay.
And as you continue ahead, you're able to get to and start to look into the next room. This next room immediately upon appearance seems to be covered in this grass. So you can see that there's various brambles and that large tall grass kind of all over this room. You can see things moving in it. It's devoid of trees for now. There's one or two trees kind of around the edges, and what looks like holes at the bases of them. There's this large grass covering everything. You can see things moving around it, but you can't immediately catch sight of what these things are. You notice that off to the far side of the room here, and off to the right, there are two paths that kind of divert. Here to the east and to the south.
Interesting.
And
I try and make like a investigation roll to see if like
sure. To try to figure out what's going on around here.
Sure.
Sure. So you can roll me investigation.
Wow. The last couple of rolls, and when you said investigation or insight, I was reading intimidation. Investigation would have been easier.
Oh, you're fine. You did fine on those, so.
Yeah. Investigation, which is a +4, and I am proficient. Eight. Pain.
You aren't able to quite catch sight of it. You see it. Whatever the things in here are, there seem to be several of them. But you can't really tell how much. Tell exactly how many. And you can't exactly tell what they are. You see small white triangles kind of poking up out of it. These long kind of obscure triangles poking out of it for a second. Poking out of the grass before immediately kind of jumping back under it. Whatever it is here, they're small, and they are low to the ground, making it a bit hard to spot them.
Interesting. I probably want to either follow the eastern wall to try and get to the door on the east. Trying not to disturb too many things.
All right. So you begin to head, and are you going to attempt to be stealthy?
Yes.
Roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
So versus their perception.
Double proficiency in stealth. 22.
Yeah. So they will roll against that, but there's a very small chance they'll make it. Nope. So yeah, you begin to walk, and it takes you a good while to walk over there. Again, this entire area seems to be that kind of same brambly, difficult terrain.
Fun.
So you walk slowly and relatively stealthily all the way over to this east entrance. It's slow, and as you do, you see that there's something standing in front of it. It doesn't seem to see you, but when you're about 5 feet from the entrance, can't see it kind of sitting in the grass. It appears to be a white fox. Again, those long pointed ears you had seen, triangular ears you had seen kind of poking out several times. The same pair sitting on it. A strange eye-like marking on the center of its forehead, as it is just sitting there, in front of the doorway. See it opens its mouth, letting out a small kind of yawn, showing off that it has some small pointy teeth. Again, kind of lazily looking around.
I assume it doesn't see me.
What's that?
I assume it doesn't see me, but
You can see it at this point, but with the stealth roll, it cannot immediately see you. But it is sitting in front of the doorway, so you'd probably have to cross it, like cross in front of it or to the side of it. It would most likely notice you then.
Fair enough. I probably don't want to attack it, but I very well could.
Up to you.
Can I see the south exit room from where I am currently?
Yeah, you can see the south exit, and it seems very similar. There's a small clearing in front of it with another one of these small foxes sitting in front of it. Again, the same eye like marking on its forehead and everything.
Alright. Since I'm not looking for a fight of any kind, I probably want to just go back.
Alright. So you decide to head backwards, and I'll say the stealth roll still applies, since the same trip through the room. Yeah, you're able to head back pretty easily.
Alright. Six versus... Yeah, okay.
So where would you like to go now, buddy?
I think I want to go back to the pig room and stealth my way to the south entrance or south exit.
You cannot immediately see that. That's more. I'll say you can go back and investigate, make an investigation check around the room. But that's not immediately visible from the ground. If that makes sense. Like this.
I'm not talking about the fox room. I'm talking about the pig room.
I know this right here.
Yeah.
That's not immediately visible to you. That's more just like I have to reveal the sides of the room on a map, and that's kind of there. This isn't something that you can quite see yet.
All right. I thought as a character I saw that.
No, sorry about that. Sorry for the confusion there.
All right. Then, since my character wouldn't have seen that, I'm gonna go north, out of the fox room, then north, then east, and just follow that wall.
So the top east path? Top east path. All right. So yeah, you continue along, and you're able to get out of the area where everything is kind of very difficult terrain and hard to get up to.
Yeah.
And this show continues. Again, no other animals or anything here. Like again, the small insects, birds, all that. But this mostly continues before it breaks off onto a path going down, and then into a relatively very large room. Here you can see. Now this room is relatively kind of strange compared to the others. While the other rooms had been very wooded and very thick, this is mostly a clearing. And in fact, you can see the first signs of anything man-made you've seen here. Give me one moment to finish revealing this room. Okay. So you okay. You see the up here. Got it. So yeah, you can see all the way up here. It is this massive room with a big central clearing. There are several like bits and trees kind of around the edges, and it's like a wooded forest beyond that. Almost to the point where you can't see the walls. Like the foliage gets very thick back there. But notably, the center of the room is a clearing, and you can see instead of it several cut-off stumps sitting around what looks like an empty fire pit. You can see. I was gonna say some tree logs laying around. No kind of cabin or any big thing. But several like sets of wood shavings around the fire pit. And yeah, it's very clear that some people have been here. It seems almost kind of laid out to be like that. You also notice near the back of the room, the foliage is much lighter. There are simply two tall standing trees, kind of right back up against the edge of the room. I'm gonna
exits to this room.
There's not. You do not immediately see any exits to this room, but you're welcome to look around if you like.
Okay. I probably want to check out the fire pit, but not looking for anything specific. Just sort of, how warm is this fire pit? Like, very cold. Warm.
At this point, it's cold. You can see that there are coals and ashes there, as if this thing's been used several times. But it's not recent.
There are no embers.
There are no embers. And it is at this point just the same temperature as the room. Slightly warm. That's because again it's pretty warm down here in this floor.
Fair enough. Do I hear anything like bigger than birds?
No. Again, this place seems. I'm not gonna make a real investigation. This place, investigation for that. Again, it doesn't seem like there's much here.
All right.
This honestly seems very safe. Like, pretty harmless.
Can I make a check around the room? Herbs or something?
Sure. Go ahead.
What would that be? Investigation?
Investigation or survival, I'd say. Survival for foraging and all that.
Survival is. I also got proficiency in survival. +3. Enter 21. Hello.
I'm just grabbing. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. With that, you are able to just kind of go around. You see that there are, you're right, some small herbs in this room. You see some wild garlic growing around the edges, various kind of things. You notice those two trees in the back have fruit growing on them. In your investigation, to kind of get them, you see that one is an apple tree and one is a pear tree, but you notice something else about these trees that's very distinct. They have vines going up them. You can see since it's higher than 15, because that was the check for this. There's actually some kind of compartment behind these trees. As you go up, you see the vines aren't just coming off the trees. There's vines coming off the walls. You see they stop at a certain point. Some kind of small hole in these back walls. Like a little entrance. It's short. More of a crawl space than anything else. But you can see behind each of these trees these small entrances. Flanking the room, leading up and out to something else.
How about after I gather some herbs and stuff, can I take my hammer and just sort of tap at the entrance and see, using sound, take a guesstimation of how deep these holes go?
You can guess that they go about maybe 15 or so feet. They're seemingly little. They're just little corridors, and they seem again very carved. This doesn't seem like the kind of as natural as you'd expect it. This does not look like a crawl space that animals were using. This looks like it was something made by whoever was using that campfire. Very carved out. Again, the vines are, instead of just being free-flowing vines, they seem very similar to the one that actually led you down to this floor, woven to be like rope.
Interesting. I'll take the east crawl space.
You take the east crawl space. Unfortunately for you, these both lead to the same exact place.
Wonderful.
So there's nothing here, but yeah. So this is you find a small space here. So you come up into this little place, and it seems to be kind of modeled as if the insides are the bark of a tree. So the walls in here seem like bark as opposed to the stone you've been seeing for the most part.
Yeah.
Inside, you see several tables laid out. Very crude tables. Again, tree stumps cut, tree logs cut in half and then set in here to be a flat surface to work on. Several bowls and kind of mortars made of stone. Various things for crushing or doing it. It looks almost like a simple alchemy lab in here. workshop. People here were crushing things. You can see dried residue and small powders all around the room. Various containers and bowls. Notably, you see two things kind of looking around. You see a pile of bark. Each of them having several things scribbled on them, as well as it looks like paper. It looks like some kind of paper or flyer.
Hmm. Let's check out the flyer.
Okay. The flyer read in your native tongue this time. Halfling, whatever the halfling language is. Because now you're only here, so only you need this information.
Either halfling or common, doesn't matter.
But yeah. So you see that it is a flyer that just kind of has two things divided. Two small poems or paragraphs. It looks like. Say. Rock and stone. Rock and stone. It says ivy and fang. Two paths through this place divided. One a path of stealth or strength. The other a path of creativity and invention. Both paths are open to you now. But this place will be important for the ivy. A place to concoct and to design.
Interesting. Is there anything on the little pieces of bark that I would recognize?
Yeah. So you can roll me in Arcana or what skills would this be? I'll say survival. Survival works for this too.
Probably survival.
If you don't mind me asking, what did Twins like Dad do again?
I don't think I figured that out. As a character, I don't think Twint would know what their dad did, but he would know that the letter for Greenbeck's funeral came to their dad, so...
Okay. It's fine to say you don't know, but I'm gonna say I don't mean to control your dad. But for rough context, I'll say you've seen these before. I'm not gonna say what your dad did, but I'll say like he had some of these roughly before because they're just kind of relatively common. 13, that'll give it to you. It was 12. These seem to be like alchemy recipes. You know your dad had been. You'd seen some of these in your dad's place before, whether they were in old books that you had stolen, kind of from the library, or just that he had around. You're not sure exactly what he did, but he had a few of these laying around that you had seen before in the past, and he had explained them roughly to you. You had caught in conversation. These are alchemical recipes. These are lists of ingredients and their results. These ones are very crude and very simple. It's very hard to kind of get the exact vibe of what these mean. These don't have any words on them. They're basically just pictograms. But you can kind of tell that it's the same thing. It's telling you what to add to get a result. You notice that there are 5 of these things here. There are 5 of these things here. These little recipe-like cards. Each of them listing several things. From small fish to mushrooms to various herbs. It looks like the pictures are relatively crude, but you can kind of get. You notice that wild garlic you saw before, as well as several other herbs and mushrooms that are distinct from each other. Again, these are all just cards with the bookmark. They're not very colorful, but they're distinct. And yeah, from these pictograms, you can see that each of these small recipes lead to something. And there are 5 in total.
All right.
There's one of them leads to a pictogram of a square, like a block square, which is colored in. One of them leads to 3 lines, kind of 3 wavy lines on top of each other. One of them leads to a picture of a heart. One of them leads to a picture of an angry face, and one of them leads to nothing. There's a space for a pictogram, but there's not one there.
Would I be able to mix, or do I have the ingredients for said
It does not look like you have anything. There are some powders and random things, but again, these are calling for like active ingredients, and you have heard enough about alchemy, not necessarily from your father, but from other gnomes to know that like usually fresh ingredients are best. Whatever this dry powder stuff that's around here is, it's probably not great.
Alright, yeah. I'll probably just leave it there.
Yeah. It seems like the way the poem was describing this, it seems like this is the room you will come back to if you're trying to do the path of the Ivy.
Ah.
As if this will be important later.
Alright. I'll probably exit out one of the sides.
So you exit and head back into the main room. You're short, so getting through the crawl space is not hard for you. You're kind of back there with your fruits. You do note that both the garlic you found was on one recipe, and the pears that are in this tree were on another recipe. Each of which seems to have about 4 ingredients. I'm not going to list all of the ingredients of each recipe immediately because that would take a while. But I don't have those immediately down. But it seems like the ingredients start over here.
Fun. I guess I'll continue delving.
Alright. So there are currently 2 paths you have not been through. There is the east path. There is the hidden door, which you know is a hidden door, but you have not found an immediate way to open. And then there are 2 ways out of the fox room. But you would have to go past a fox for either of those.
Yes. I will probably take the east path.
Right. So I believe I remember what most of the rooms are here. This is the path I like more.
Fun.
They're both paths are fun, I think. This is my preference because I think it's a more this is more puzzle solving than anything else. So you head down the east path. It kind of curves and heads south and ends up into a kind of medium-sized room that is rather long. This time you can see all of the exits out of the room. There's none hidden from you. You can see that there is one to the east and one to the west. One to the south and one to the west. Again, this room, as you walk in, seems to be more plains-like than the other ones. While on the left side of the floor, so far you found dense forest that kind of get thicker and thicker. This one is a very open plain, almost like an orchard. There are several small trees with things growing on them. What seems to be some orange, some more fruits. There are small animals kind of going around, and there's a few small lakes or ponds here around the edges. The lakes seem to have some lily pads on them, frogs jumping from one to the other. And you can see several small herbs kind of growing around the bases of the trees in this room. It's very open and very easy to see. It's not difficult terrain, and from what you can immediately tell, there are no big animals here, really. There's several small things. A few squirrels in the trees, a fox, but a much smaller one than the one without the white fur or the kind of eye on its forehead, and it immediately scampers away when you kind of get close to it.
Fair enough. Can I just sort of take note of I was about to say ingredients, but I wouldn't.
You can call them ingredients.
Sure.
What
ingredients are in the room?
In terms of ingredients, you know that there's the wild garlic that you were seeing before. There is oranges, apples, which you were seeing before. And a number of this kind of low herb. It looks almost like very small wheat or kind of ragweed. So if you know what that is. So it has like a small main stalk. Has a small main stalk, and it has like the kind of offshoots. Do you know what that looks like?
I'm looking at images.
I'll pull up an image.
I pulled up an image.
Yeah. So again, offshoots and a center strand like that. You recognize this. It's different from the grass enough that you're able to recognize it as some kind of herb, and you did see a pictogram of it before. So this is also an ingredient.
Fun. I'll grab like a handful of it, throw it in my bag.
Yeah, you have a handful of the ragweed, a little bit of the garlic from before, and I assume some of the fruits.
Yeah, an apple and whatever was not.
Actually,
I think I'm gonna grab whatever wasn't in that other room.
Yeah. So you grab some of this ragweed, and you grab one of the oranges.
Everything.
The other two were in that room. And again, this side seems very quiet. There's not really anything here. It's very calm, very collected, and it's not stagnant like the other rooms have been. Again, there's animals here, and you can kind of tell that they're going to the same slightly programmed rhythm as when you first got here. There obviously something is causing these animals to be here, where they probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And the grass and the plants and everything. But it's very calm and collected here. It's seemingly nothing is hostile.
Fun.
Yeah. So what else would you like to do?
Probably pick one of the entrances. Let's go east again.
So you head east once again, and it opens up into it goes south again. Everything seems to lead south here. But that's just because the exit's out to the south. And it opens up into this larger room. This room is divided into half. You can only see about half of this usable space right now, but you can kind of tell the rest is there. There's an entrance down here at the south again. And you can see that this room is kind of darker. The lights here are much dimmer, and it is seemingly much more decayed. You can see to the east. The entire half of the room over here. I will color code it for you. Is these large. I have to go to this one. Is these large almost cliffs and caves. Relatively small and shallow, and you can see a few things kind of coming in and out of them. This place seems to be much more gloomy, almost. There is darker lighting. You can see there are several felled trees with kind of mushroom and molds growing around them. The base of the room seems to be these kind of mulch-like wet wood chips, almost like things have been kind of dissolving here. You see that there's several mushrooms growing in the shade of these large trees that don't seem to bear any fruit. And there's a much higher number of insects skittering around here.
Can I take like a small branch and put it in front of one of the insects to make sure, like, just to figure out what? Because you said they are on a path. What would happen if something were to interrupt that path?
You see, it kind of behaves like you expect an insect to. Like you poke it, and it kind of moves, and then it turns in the direction of the stick and pokes out a little bit, and then kind of skitters away. And if you poke it, if you seem like you continue to aggressively poke it, it runs away from you.
Interesting. So it doesn't stay on its path.
Yeah, basically, they seem to be responsive if you move them. If that's what you were trying to figure out.
Yeah. Are the mushrooms an ingredient?
You remember seeing it. There's notably three or so kinds of mushrooms here. There are mushrooms that have this kind of skeletal-like structure. So it's this white mushroom with a large top, but the top has several holes in it, making it almost look kind of skeletal. A short blue mushroom, and you can't really grab too many of them, but you can kind of see them in the cave. Some kind of other luminescent mushroom that's kind of glowing.
Can I get at least one?
If you wish to kind of go closer to the caves, yes.
Then let's do that.
So yeah, you head over closer to the caves, and as you do try and grab one, you know before you do, you hear this hissing sound. You see a small snake just kind of over there. There seem to be several of them kind of in this, and they're around the mushrooms. You notice do you back off?
Yes.
As you back off, and kind of back off the most available mushroom, you notice that the snake grabs it and eats it.
Ah. Well. That is a problem now, isn't it? Let's pick a different path.
Alright. Alright. Would you like to go south from this room or south from the plains room?
Probably south from the plains room.
Okay. So for reference, these are for just nomenclature, so they're easier to label. The plains room is the plains room, and this is the mushroom room, or the cave room.
Alright.
I need the eraser to erase.
Yes.
So you can see that heading down here, this plains room it takes a turn. You can see that going through here around this curve, around here. It's very curvy. Around here. Around here, you notice you can see a room down there, but it starts this kind of ramping pathway starts to slope downwards. And as you get to the end, you can see that this part of the room is flooded. The hallway starts to kind of go into a bit of water, and then you can see that it seems like the entire room down there is flooded with water.
Shit.
Feeling it, it's a bit cold, but probably swimmable. I assume the twin know how to swim.
Probably.
Yeah, you know how to swim, so it would be impossible, but to kind of go down there and check things out. But you can see the entrance to the room, you cannot see the exit. So if you did go down there, you would probably have to. You probably wouldn't be able to get through the entire room on one breath.
Shit. Let's go back to the cave room then.
So you head back to the cave room.
And exits.
So this one seems to have fucking swamp. This room's a swamp.
Great. Is it still low light level or?
The lights are lower here. You can see everything. And I will describe kind of the general what's in here once I do this. So do note that exit is also underwater. I will explain why in a second. This room, you notice it's a low swamp. So there's a bit of an island around the front of it, and then beyond that, it's seemingly like ankle all the way up to waist deep swamp, depending on where in the room you are. You can see there are some lily pads around with there's some lily pads around with small flowers growing on them, as well as several large insects. These ones almost kind of reddish, flying and floating around. You notice specifically there's a butterfly that you saw in one of the pictograms flying around this room.
Can I make an attempt to catch it?
Yes, after I finish describing it.
Alright.
So flowers and lily pads were something that you had seen before, as well as the butterflies are kind of sticking around one portion of the room. They're kind of most of the time they're sticking around this one tree, and you can see a bird's nest in it. Although there doesn't appear to be any birds in this room. They're sticking around that bird's nest, and they're kind of all around. Additionally, you can see that the exit to this room, there is one, but it is underwater. The deepest part of the swamp. The noticeably deepest part of this swamp is kind of a hole that leads down into the west. So this exit here is underwater, just like the entrance into this room. It seems that room is entirely underwater. So the entrance on this side is also encased in water.
Fun.
So yeah, you're able to wade through the swamp. It's difficult terrain and it's hard to get through, but it's not like impossible. There's nothing clearly trying to harm you. There are several frogs and things around. Again, several small animals. Same thing as the other rooms have been, but nothing hostile.
All right.
So yeah. Now, if you want to, you can try and how do you try and catch the butterflies? Is my question.
I would say either.
Gonna bare fist him. Fucking grab those guys. Okay. Well, what method are you trying to use? Are you just bare fisting them?
I guess.
All right. You're welcome to do other things too. I'm just that was like my funny suggestion.
I don't exactly have anything like a bug net to catch him.
You don't.
Do I?
I don't know what's in your sheet. I don't know. I don't think you would have exactly a bug net, but you might have other equipment. Or you're welcome to grab them or try and lure them with something. You're welcome to try and barehand grab them, my friend. To be sleight of hand with disadvantage. To just fucking grab them.
Shit.
You can go ahead and roll if you want. There's no penalty for failing. For rolling and failing. Yeah. Basically, the only thing that costs you is time here. Seems like.
Stats. Disadvantage. Even though I have double.
Sleight of hand, you will still have your double modifier, which I believe is like a +8, right?
Yeah. Then like I have a. What is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. You will have the +8. That is expertise. So you have expertise.
Yes.
So you will roll with the +8, which is your dex, which I assume is good, and then the proficiency twice, which is 4. So +8.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that you roll 2d20 and keep the lowest d20.
All right. 17. And 14.
And 14. So they will roll their check. The butterflies will roll the butterfly check. To see how well they do at not getting bare-fisted by you. They have a +6 to this. That is a 20. So you try, but again, the fact that it is such a deep swamp and it's kind of hard to wade through it for you. Again, you're getting wet at this point as you like fucking chase them around. It's just kind of hard. Again, you're trying to go after them, but like they'll land on the lily pad and you'll move towards it, you'll slosh the water around, and they'll get startled and run away. And while you're making a good effort, you're like being pretty fast and pretty effective at getting through the swamp. There's just no way you can compete with something that can kind of fly around here. Basically, if you did catch the butterflies barehanded, you pretty much just have to get really lucky with when you find them.
Can I make a stealth check for it?
Stealth check in what way?
Like lying in wait for one of their paths.
So you're right. You are right. They are in set paths. So you do notice that there's a set path they fly around in for a while. If they notice you moving around there, they won't go towards you. They'll like curve a radius around you. But yeah, that is a very good idea. So you can roll stealth, and I assume you're just kind of like standing there, low presence, just like trying to not move so they don't think you're there.
Somewhere close to where their path intersects.
Yeah. That's actually really funny. That's how you catch butterflies in real life. So if you've ever been to a like little aviary, which is like a place where they let butterflies fly around.
Yeah.
The easiest path to get them to land on you, because you're not trying to catch them, but it's fun to have them land on you. Is to just stand very still, because they'll think you're a tree, and they'll sometimes land on you. So yeah, you can roll this time with no disadvantage, and they will roll with disadvantage to notice you.
Yes.
That is a 20.
Let's go.
2d20. Keep low 1. That is an 11. So you just kind of stand there very still, very quietly, and wait for one of the butterflies to fly around you. And after a while, just kind of goes, and it goes right in front of you, and you just close your hands around it, manage to catch it.
Yep.
And you notice it struggles for about half a second before immediately just going still in your hands.
That's weird.
Did you open your hands to look at it?
Probably, but I keep like my thumb sort of on its back.
Yeah, it's ready to grab it again if it tries to get out.
Or just kind of keeping pressure down on it so it doesn't move too much.
Yeah, you notice as you just kind of its wings completely extend, so it is flat, and it just kind of stops moving. Notably, you take your thumb off of it, and it's just kind of there. It's pretty much just kind of accepted its fate as a reagent.
Interesting.
You notice that the other butterflies were still going around this bird's nest, but you've got at least one of them for concocting if you wish. And you're welcome to investigate the bird's nest too if you like.
I'll investigate the bird's nest then.
All right. So you head over towards the bird's nest. Let's say. And yeah, the butterflies fly away at this point, but at this point you've got one, so you don't necessarily need to catch more.
Yeah.
And you notice kind of something that's in there. You notice a small piece of bark, again, very similar to the one you were working with before, in the trees. This one has several things on it. It seems to have indications for a little animal and then an item. You notice it has the butterfly, and then it has an arrow pointing to a picture of one of the apples from before. And you notice that it has a fish. It has two different kinds of fish, and then it points to a different kind of food for each of them. One of them notes some kind of brain. It notes a smaller fish, and then on that smaller fish it denotes some kind of mushroom. A mushroom you have. And that's the mushrooms from the cave.
Interesting.
It seems that this is some kind of. It's trying to tell you something, but you're not immediately clear what it is. But you do have the butterflies here and apples. If you wish to try something out with that.
Not immediately. Let's just grab the recipe and.
Yeah. So you grab this
to move on.
Yeah. So attempt to move on in what way?
West.
West.
The
The only exit of this room is the underwater one.
Attempt to move west.
So you're gonna dive for it. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So you fucking dive for it. So the way I'm gonna do this is you have a limit of 2 rounds down here.
All right.
After two rounds, you will start to drown. You will have to get out. If something is impeding you from getting out, you will potentially take damage from drowning. But this path is much shorter. It's a very much shorter path into the room, and you're able to see that it is this large underwater reef. It seems like. Inside the room, there is a large room. You can see various rocks with fish in them. You notice both of the fish you saw pictograms of on the recipe you found in the tree. In the bird's nest from the butterfly room. In the swamp. You notice both of those fish, the small fish and the big fish. It's going to say. I forgot something to tell you. I forgot to tell you something, but I'll tell you that in a second. Brain. Please, brain. If you would please, brain. Notice that there are several. This is just a large reef filled with fish. There are kind of barnacles and small things about. You see some algae and things growing. One of the algae you noticed from earlier. This kind of very seemingly blue branch-like algae. You see the fish are all around, and you notice there's one very large catfish kind of swimming around. They're all just kind of doing their own thing, swimming around. Some of them attempting to eat the others, but having very little success at the moment. Again, this seems to be just like the other environments. This one mostly aquatic, and this one mostly populated with creatures as opposed to the plants we've seen in the last two.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does the other exit south look like it's like
the exit south again does seem like it's underwater at this point. And I'd say that the act of moving through the water is so difficult. Basically, by the time you would get to that room, you can kind of tell. By the time you would get to that room, you would pretty much be out of air and have to head back.
All right. Yeah. So probably
There's no way you can progress further. So you've explored pretty much all the paths, and it seems like the only way to progress further here is to have some way to get through this water.
Huh. Interesting. Is there any, like, fish nearby that I can sort of grab on my way out?
You can probably grab some of the algae, but the fish seem to be more of a bit more difficult to grab. Again, they are really moving around. And since you don't have the best way to navigate right now, and you're constantly kind of concerned for your breath, you're not really able to grab some. But if you want to grab the algae, you're welcome to.
Yeah, I'll grab my algae on the way out. Back into the swamp room.
Back into the swamp room.
Yes.
Alright, so you have grabbed various ingredients now. You possess ingredients.
Mm-hmm. I would love to have Ashan right now. But it's okay.
You got this, man.
Yep.
So where would you like to go now?
Can I examine the algae that I grabbed?
Yeah, it seems to be this blue finger-like algae, and again, it seems to be one of the things you saw on the list, like very distinct. On the ingredients, you probably have enough ingredients. You have several ingredients now. You may have enough to kind of start doing some of those recipes. It looks like. Some of them may be potentially helpful here.
And let's go back to the alchemy room and see what we can do.
So yeah, you head back to the alchemy room, and you see that in terms of contents, you have enough stuff for about three of the recipes. To do about three of the recipes. Notably, you have the lines recipe, the one with the three kind of curvy lines on top of each other. That one requires the blue algae, the butterflies you found, as well as some of the pears from this room.
Cool. What are the other ones?
Not the pears. It requires the mushrooms from the cave room. Sorry. So it requires the butterfly, the mushrooms from the cave room, the ones that were in the caves, and the algae. You have enough to make the one that seems to be brain. Why is my brain not working? I'm looking at a list right here. You notice the pears, the apples, and the oranges combined with one of the small fish from that room, which you don't have right now, seem to combine to make the potion that has no visible effect. The thing where the sign is just blank. And you have enough for the potion of the heart, like the heart potion, which is composed of two of the mushrooms from that room, from the cave room, as well as the ragweed.
Interesting.
And the flowers from the mushrooms. Not the mushrooms. Flowers from the swamp that are growing in the lily pads.
All right. Let's make the ones that we have all the ingredients for, and
so the two you're able to make right now are the one with no results and the one with the heart. So you start mixing those, and it's.
Didn't I have the one for the?
You are missing the mushrooms that the snakes are by for that one. And notably, I forgot to tell you this. That recipe thing with the butterfly, the fish, and everything, the one you got in the bird's nest. It also does indicate that the snakes are linked to the ragweed stuff that you found in the first room.
All right.
So you are able to kind of go through it. It takes you several minutes to kind of talk these things. But for the most part, you just kind of open them. You start crushing these things in one of the beakers, and eventually they start to come together. You use roughly equal parts because it seems to be enough, and you are left with two sols, like two kind of pastes.
All right. I need to take a quick bio break.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Alright, welcome back. So you're left with these two cells. You notice that one of them smells kind of appetizing, the one that was made from all the fruits. The one for the with no visible results, while the other one kind of smells a bit off, like kind of rancid. The one with the heart on it. But yeah, you are left with your kind of two things. Feeling a bit proud of yourself for having constructed these things.
Yes.
Are you proud, Twint, of yourself for having done alchemy?
Sure.
Are you enjoying the mini shop, the little thing?
It is interesting, but it is also... brain does not go burr fast enough.
You're fine. You can take your time. You're welcome to take your time. There's no hard limit here.
True.
The point's just for you to enjoy. Are you enjoying?
Yes.
Then we're doing it right.
Can I leave the ingredients that I have here and take the potions? I'll also leave the ingredient list from the bird nest into this room as well.
Yeah, you leave the one from the bird nest here. If you want to roll an insight on it, I'd let you because you seem to be having a bit of trouble there.
For what?
The bird's nest one, because it's trying to tell you something, but you didn't figure it out quite yet. So I'd let you roll insight if you wish at this point.
Sure. +1. 8. Fuck.
You don't quite get it yet. I will say you get it after doing two more things.
All right.
So you have your thing now. You have headed out and gotten you have the two potions with you. The three-wavy lines as well as the not the split. You have the one with no answer and the part one.
I have...
So what would you like to do with them?
I have the heart and the no results.
Yep. And of those, the heart smells kind of unappetizing, while the other one is smells kind of nice and floral and appetizing.
Let's go with the appetizing one first. Just
all right.
Chug it.
Alright. It's not a liquid. It's kind of like a paste. When you kind of put it in your mouth and start to eat it, and you start to feel something happening to you.
Interesting.
You notice that as you're going about it, as you kind of chug this potion, or kind of swallow down this medicine, basically, that you start to kind of feel clear. As you do, you start to become invisible. Or very not visible at the least. Not quite fully invisible. Your form seems to obscure. You seem to kind of become more green, almost blending into the woods and kind of surroundings around you.
Interesting.
It would appear that this is some potion of basically invisibility. This is essentially a potion of invisibility.
Cool. How would I take advantage of this? Can I go back to the cave room and attempt to grab... Actually, I think I want to grab one of the mushrooms and probably attempt to get a snake.
Alright. So like you use it to lure the snake?
Maybe.
So you want to grab one of the mushrooms from by the snakes?
That and like sort of, because I'm pretty sure I have like a small knife somewhere. I would just sneak up behind a snake and just
stab it.
Yeah, fair enough. Its head in one quick motion.
So I will let you make a sleight of hand check just to see how fast you can kind of grab this thing.
Sleight of hand stats.
Just to see how fast you can get this thing, like before the snake can notice you. Because you're trying to do this. You're trying to do this and then stab it without it figuring out what's going on.
21.
That's gonna do it. I was gonna say the snake had disadvantage on any attempt to try and like see you.
Fair enough.
But you're able to see it. You just kind of stab your back in the snake and lets out a small hiss as you grab this blue mushroom, as this kind of luminescent green mushroom. And now you have the glowing mushroom and the snake. This is two things. So I'm going to tell you. As you do this, you kind of realize something. The snakes like to eat this, right?
Yes.
That thing about that little thing you found in the bird room. It has various creatures and then various types of things here, like various ingredients. It seems that it's reasonable that those things might eat those ingredients. The snake eats like the snake eating the ragweed, the fish eating the mushroom, and then the bigger fish eating the smaller fish, or the butterfly eating the apple. I will just tell you this. Basically, there was an opportunity here. You found a solution, and it's a good solution. Another opportunity was if you had put some ragweed by the snake, you could have lured it out and away from the mushrooms.
I did not put that two and two together.
But for future reference, you kind of after seeing them eat it, and remember, you do realize that that's probably what that's for.
It is a food chain.
Yeah. So the butterflies appear to eat the apples. The small fish appear to eat the mushrooms, like the skeletal ones here. And the big fish appears to eat the small fish.
And the small fish eats the seaweed.
The mushroom. Eats one of the mushrooms from in here.
Eats the mushroom, or does the snake eat the mushroom?
Both of them eat mushrooms, just different mushrooms. This Okay. So the pictures that you have there, they depict the snake eating the ragweed, right?
Yeah.
The small fish eating a mushroom, like one of the skeletal mushrooms from this room. It depicts the big fish eating the small fish, and the butterfly eating the apple. The snake eating the mushroom isn't on here because it's not helpful, right? It's basically that's more of an obstacle. The snake tries to eat the mushroom if you try and get it. Solution is the ragweed. Like if you place the ragweed, the snake will try and eat that instead, so you can grab the mushroom. But you found a solution anyway.
Yep.
It's a good job. So you have the blue mushroom and a dead snake.
Yes.
It's very pretty snake. It's got like blues and greens that you can see it now.
I think I want to grab a skeletal mushroom and try and lure out a small fish.
You know that the big fish was listed on one of the other ingredients lists, the large cube. So yeah. While you're here and you go down, roll me a D100 random chance check.
Fuck.
It's nothing bad, man. This path is safe.
If you say so.
My friend. There's two paths. One of them is bad. One of them is 24. So it doesn't happen.
What?
You'll see later.
Okay.
So you just kind of take this mushroom and go hop in the water, and you get soaked again. As you just kind of put this here. But as you just hold it out, I was gonna say one of the fish, the small ones, tries to come up and eat it. Try and eat it.
Grab the fish before it eats it.
Sleight of hand check to grab the fish.
Oh boy.
To try and just fucking grab him.
Grab. 20, dirty 20.
Not in that 20. So yeah, you just kind of grab him. He's wiggling. He's fucking trying it, but you managed to get above to breathe before he escapes. So you've now kind of got him grounded.
Okay. Throw him in my bag and.
Noticeably again, as you kind of get him ready and throw him in your bag, he stops flailing, just like the butterfly stops kind of going stiff.
Can I as a character, assume that if anything goes too far or stays away from its path for too long, that it just stops?
These ones. I'll just say, as a player, these ones, the ones that are in this path too.
Ah.
Basically here, if you catch an animal and you get it out of its environment for long enough, or like hold on to it long enough, it will cease to be an animal and become an ingredient, basically. Like it'll stop resisting or doing whatever. So now when you try and like get the big fish with the small fish won't try and run away from you. It's just like a dead fish there that you've got.
I was gonna attempt to grab a second small fish and use that small fish for bait as the big fish.
I will say, since you got that, you're able to do that, but you can kind of tell that it would require significant effort to fight that fish, to fight the big fish, and you're not entirely sure if your oxygen, like your breath, will last that long. But you do now have the blue mushroom, which was the only thing you were missing. It was the blue mushroom, the algae, and the butterfly to make the three-line potion.
Can I just go fishing with like a piece of string connected to the mushroom instead of diving down?
Yeah, also you can do that, and you will get your fish.
Yes. I will get a small fish.
Small fish.
Then tie the string to the small fish and try and catch the big fish.
All right. You can roll me a strength check.
Oh no.
You're trying to fish, man. It's a big fish.
10.
All right. Unfortunately, you're just kind of not able to hold on. This little bit of rope that you had that you were fishing with, the fish just kind of grabs it and fucking bolts with it, ripping it out of your hands as you try and hold on to it.
Right.
The fish now has a bit of your rope and your small fish.
Is the rope still attached to the big fish?
Yeah, he's got it now. It's not all of your rope, but it's like 3 feet of rope. It's nothing important, but like he's got that shit.
Time to go diving for my rope.
If I may make a suggestion.
Yes.
You might want to try out the potion that you have and or the new potion that you can make.
All right. How about the unappetizing one?
So what would you like to do with the unappetizing one?
Fucking eat it.
Roll me a constitution saving throw.
Fuck. D20 plus 1. 9.
You try and get it down and just kind of wind up throwing it up. You don't throw up all of it, but like very clearly this was not meant to be eaten. It is disgusting.
May I try again?
No.
Do I have to make it again?
No. You didn't throw up all of it. You've got some left. Actually, roll me the random D100 again. I'll say it's a 50 this time.
I am using lucky. I do not care.
On the D100?
Yes, I am.
Fair enough. I don't know if that's how that works, but I'll let you, buddy.
32.
I'll say that's enough. It's very clear. So you wind up going back to the mushroom room before you try this thing. And as you do, you try and swallow it down and just have to throw it up. It's just disgusting. It's a combination of two mushrooms that don't seem edible and ragweed. You just wind up kind of throwing it up. But you notice as you throw it up onto the ground where there are some plants, those plants start to die.
Ow.
Like rather quickly.
Even though it was like, it was a heart.
It would seem that while this was the heart indicating life, it is about this potion takes it away. It kills plants.
Wonderful. Let's just chuck the rest of it in the water and hope it kills the fish.
Unfortunately, it does not seem to kill the fish. It just seems to kill the plants.
Fuck, man.
But if I may,
I have another question to try. have to go make it though.
Your mind comes across an application for this. The other path, the one by the foxes, has difficult terrain. And if you wanted to clear that difficult terrain, you could try and use this. Kill the plants.
All right, I can do that.
I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying like that's it comes to your mind that is an option.
Okay.
Let's
go back to the alchemy room.
Yep. So you head back to the alchemy room.
What was the third potion I can make?
Third potion you can now make that you've got it is the three lines potion. As the thing that you needed for this one was the blue mushrooms, which you now have from the snake cave.
Yes.
The butterfly and the algae that you saw from the underwater section when you kind of dive down there. And you've got all three.
Yes.
So you make this potion and kind of grind it up. You hear the little the Legend of Zelda like making noises. Tink 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 tink. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
This is Legend of Zelda making noises.
Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah.
Breath of the Wild cooking noises as you tinker with this. You do that, and you get yourself some potion.
Yeah.
This one is a blue color. It seems very liquidy, kind of upon inspecting it. The ingredient's kind of liquefied. So this one smells somewhat palatable. Not particularly bad, not great either, but kind of neutral. By this point, after about 5 or so minutes, the invisibility effect, kind of the obscuring effect, seems to have run out.
May I make a second batch of the heart stuff?
Yep, you make a second batch of the heart stuff, and if you want to, you can make a second batch of the invisibility stuff.
Yes.
And you have this. Yes. And you're welcome to it. And you now take some time, and you now have all three potions.
Okay.
And you know the effects of two of them.
Can I attempt to water down or make the heart potion more liquidy with like water? Paste.
Yeah, you kind of water it down to be something that you can potentially like spread.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works fine.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So you're now left with these three.
Let us go back to the water. Or
You go buy these. You are back in the swamp room.
Let's drink this new potion.
All right. So, and he gets what this does.
Water breathing.
That would be correct.
Yes. All right.
I'm gonna say. Congratulations, Twin. Also, you have now made it further than the party that was officially trying to do this.
God damn it.
The party in my campaign that was trying to do this, they figured out the potions. They got them entirely and completely wrong. You still don't know two of them. I'm just going to tell you this. The remaining two. They were the cube, and what was the last one?
Angry.
The cube and the angry guy. Don't drink those, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Don't drink those. There are two drinkable potions. You found both of them already.
Cool. The invisibility and the water breathing.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. They seem to be kind of shorter term potions, but 10 minutes or so each, so enough to go through like a few rooms in this. The water breathing again very helpful. Yeah. You chug it and you immediately feel kind of something slot on the sides of your neck open up, almost like gills kind of coming out. You realize now that you can breathe air and water. You've become amphibious for a while.
Let us dive.
You dive. You commit to the dive.
Time to grab that fish with my rope.
A big fucking yeah. You can see him. You can see him swimming around. He's like one of the bigger fish. Not the big like the catfish that are swimming around. But big catchable fish. You see him with the fucking rope. Same guy. He's right there.
Stab him.
Stab him. You gonna stab the fish?
Yeah.
Stab the fish. Get him.
Do I make an attack roll or what?
Yeah, make an attack roll. To fucking stab the fish, I guess.
So that is a D8. d20 plus what?
Plus your attack modifier. So in this case, it would be Dex plus your proficiency. So proficiency is 2. What is your Dex?
4.
So that would be d20 plus 6.
Cool. Oh, that's 5. That's 6. 19. Let's go.
Yeah, you stabbed the fucking fish. It is now bleeding out with a knife in it. The thing kind of flails. You grab onto your rope and you just kind of stab the thing, just flailing around, like miserably trying to get away. You notice the blood will travel like a few inches from the fish's wound and then immediately just disappear in the water.
Fun. Alright, let's,
it flails around for a while, and eventually just kind of goes limp like the other fish have.
Let us go back to the alchemy room. I can make a new thing, right?
The big fish is a component of something, but you are missing a component of it as well. So there is a. I was gonna say. For the remaining 2 potions that you can make. They are the angry face, which requires the big fish. It requires. In fact, the snake that you actually have right now. It requires some kind of animal. You're not exactly sure what it is, but you haven't seen it yet. And notably, the last potion, the block one. The potion that is the block. That requires the scales of the big fish, as well as it requires the butterfly, the mushroom, and something else that you have yet to identify. Some other plant you have yet to identify.
Fun. How about I go south while I can still breathe underwater?
Right. So you are able to breathe underwater and kind of travel here. Also, for posterity's sake, you don't have to say you go back and make the potions at this point. I will assume that if you need a potion, you have it on you.
Yeah.
As opposed to you having to like unless like combat breaks out, you have to be somewhere with X potions or like the other path where there might be difficulty getting back past something. This path is safe. This path has no inherent danger to it. So you can just go and freely make potions. All right. So you head into the next room. Actually, you head into this path, and it breaks off into 2 rooms. Which I will tell you what they are in a second. But I have to pee first. So I'm gonna take a bio break. I'll be back.
I want to make some food.
Yeah, you're welcome to take a longer break. Just let me know when you are done.
Okay. food. Are you back?
Wolf.
Good food. Porting.
Oh, like you're recording this? Like you're recording this?
I paused the recording since I came back from, grabbing food.
So, yeah.
South of the underwater room.
Okay, south of the underwater room. Bump ba bump. I am checking message real quick. How have you been enjoying the dungeon so far?
It is interesting. Probably, I don't know, I was a little apprehensive at first, because, I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but I've gotten into it.
No. I'm eating a cinnamon roll.
Those are good. Do.
Okay, so we are back. And we are to the south.
Yes.
So there are two paths here. You were heading on the south one?
Yep. South of the water room, I have not chosen the... let's go south anyway. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. You head south to the big room.
Ah. The big room.
Big room. Is a big room. Okay. So you head into this room, and you can see that it is a relatively large room. What? It is a relatively large room. Featuring snow and ice. It gets rather cold as you hop into this room. And you can see that it is covered in snow. Soft layer of snow going on the ground, several small plants and trees without their leaves all around. And a general nice climate. It is rather chilly, but you're able to manage. It's especially a little bit chilly as you pop out of the weather because again, you're wet.
Yes.
Wait, someone this 1 second.
Yep.
Dad came down.
Oh.
Okay, so it is this large snow-covered room. You can see several small animals, especially the one you were able to not identify as being a being able to not identify as before a bunny, the one that was required for the rage thing. Yeah. So you've identified the thing for the rage potion. You can see the various things around, and there's various snowbanks. You can see an exit to the room, but there's something kind of blocking it. A large stone kind of sculpture of animals. You can see several of the animals that you've seen so far. The large fish, the butterflies, seems to be some kind of menagerie kind of sculpture made of stone. With a large object in the center. Something it seems to contain the flowers and mushrooms that you've seen, a bunch of the different animals, from the squirrels to the butterflies to the fish, as well as some kind of rod sitting in the middle of it. With a hole on the top and some kind of like small dish there.
Do I notice, like, anything missing, or is it just everything that I've seen?
Pretty much everything of what you've seen.
Alright. May I make a... I don't know, perception or history check?
You can make a perception check.
Okay. Perception +3. Bum. 18.
18. You're able to kind of see around the room. It seems like this is just a statue blocking the entrance. It's very lifelike, though. I was gonna say, it is very lifelike. Almost as if these things are just kind of sitting there, trapped in time, almost petrified in place. To become a statue, as opposed to something that looks sculpted out of something. Sculpted otherwise. With that investigation check clicking around the room, you noticed there was also one kind of plant that you hadn't been able to find yet. And you aren't able to see it quite here, but you can see that there's small branches kind of poking out of the snow in some places. Especially over by one large tree that's in the corner of the room.
Collect whatever is in.
Again, you can't see the plant just like branches, like seemingly small branches, kind of poking out of the snow. Again, none of these ones particularly right now seem to be like in blossom or have any of the like herb in question on them. But you can see kind of an abundance of them sticking out kind of from the snow around this large tree.
Interesting. I am unsure what to do here. Let's make an attempt to catch the bunny.
So how are you going to attempt to catch the bunny this time?
Probably stealth.
Alright, you can roll me stealth with disadvantage to kind of sneak up on it and catch it.
Disadvantage, okay. Plus 8. 24 and 18.
Right. With the disadvantage?
Yes.
With the lowest of the two.
Yep.
Oh,
Which
damn.
is
Oh,
18.
damn. Fair enough. Oh, fuck, I forget. Your stealth is fucking crazy.
Yes.
Rogue, expertise in things. Forgot about that bit. You managed to get and grab one of the bunnies. You notice they're keeping very close to that tree down there, and it's a bit strange. You've seen three bunnies kind of motioning around. Sometimes you'll see all three of them. But it seems that two of them kind of disappeared by the time you catch this third one.
Can I check it? Like, is there like a hole in the ground that they retreated into?
You are welcome to investigate that.
Alright. Investigation. Plus 4. Math. 11.
Yeah.
11 on the bunny hole check.
So you're able to kind of find the tracks for the bunnies. I bought a gun. Damn.
What?
I just checked the out to lunch channel, and I just see Pancake's last message. Proud of you. In response to I bought a gun.
What the fuck? Huh?
Apparently Danny bought a gun. With that, you're able to kind of see some of the tracks, and they do lead towards the tree, but you don't see any obvious kind of holes or places for them to escape.
Ah. Alright. Interesting. Well, now that I have a bunny and I don't know what to do with the statue, can I sort of tap on the statue with my hammer?
It seems relatively solid. In fact, it seems really solid as you tap on it. Like harder than most stone. It seems very much like the walls, where it is very set in stone and kind of in place. It seems almost I don't know. It seems fortified. Like it would be extremely hard to break this statue in any way.
All right. Well. All right. Let's go back north and then east down that other path.
All right. So heading east. And you're able to head down this way. It is another very kind of windy path. And again, this one is underwater. So I'm gonna say you have to chug another one of the potion, but you probably some.
Probably.
I'm gonna take a second to just kind of clear up some of this congestion that's on all these rooms, like all the. Because you've explored most of this side. So you're able to get into this room, which is a smaller room than the last one, but still a moderately sized one. There with no apparent exits to it. And you're able to see that this place seems very different. Well, the other one was extremely cold climate. This one, as you enter it, is extremely warm, which does help you dry off a bit.
Yeah.
This one, you can very clearly see that there are not many things around here, many trees or anything like that. This room is desert-like. Sand as opposed to grass coating the ground. Several small animals. You can see some insects crawling along in it. A few other things there.
Anything I would identify as an ingredient of some kind?
You do notice the thing that you saw that you were missing from the recipe of the box one is in here. So you need the bunny, this, and the big fish.
Let's grab that.
To make the stone block potion. The block potion. The one that was a cube. Going around, you can see that you see those here, but they're growing on the ceiling. Actually, they're growing these small bunches close up to the ceiling. Where there are these small motes of light. There's some cactuses on the ground, but you don't remember seeing them in any recipe. And there's a small stone, what looks like a cart, that's been overturned and is kind of half buried in the sand over by the back.
Huh. Is it like a mine cart or?
Yeah, something like a mine cart. So it's just kind of like a big square cart with wheels you can see because it's upturned. So you can see the wheels and axles kind of sitting there. And it's like half buried.
Huh. If I were to get on top of it, could I reach one of the plants on the ceiling?
So was that?
If I were to get on top of it, could I jump for one of the plants?
You could jump, but as you are pretty short, it would be a bit of a stretch.
Alright. Then let us shoot it down with my short bow. Arrow. Shoot it down.
You're gonna jump for it? Sorry, my brain is like soft resetting right now.
Fair enough.
So what are you gonna do?
I think first try and jump for it, but if it doesn't work, then I'm going to shoot it down with an arrow.
Alright, make me an athletics check.
Athletics. Stats. +0. Okay.
11? No, 2. You try and just jump for it, but again, very short. You're also a child, so getting on the cart, you can kind of see that there's potentially some stuff under it, but it seems pretty stable in there, so it might take a bit of effort to kind of dig it out, find whatever's kind of under there. But even with it jumping off it a few times, you're just unable to get to any of them. It's just too tall.
All right, I'm shooting one of the plants down. Do I make a roll?
To shoot an arrow at it?
Yeah.
You can roll an attack. You can roll an attack roll at it. Yeah, roll an attack roll. Roll an attack roll.
Okay. God, what is that?
Should be the same as your dagger from earlier. Range attacks are also dex.
So +4 attack roll. Fuck. So
Should be +6. +6.
+6. Okay.
Yeah. Since your dex is +4, so it should be proficiency since it's a weapon you're proficient with. +4.
All right. 15.
Yeah, you're able to get it.
All right.
You notice this because this is actually the first time you notice this. As you sail an arrow up towards it, it hits one of the berries and kind of knocks the thing down. And then instead of hitting the ceiling and lodging in it, it just kind of deflects off the ceiling. It does absolutely no damage. It doesn't dig into it at all. It bounces off. So it seems like the stone here is like impenetrable, which is notably different than how that fake wall was earlier. Like the one odd punch. That one dented. This one is very clearly not damageable.
Berry gets.
Yeah. You get the berries. That would give you most of what you need to make the block potion. There is still the cart here.
I will turn my sights on the cart then.
Alright, you take your sights on the cart. You're able to. What are you gonna try and do? Like dig it out or flip it over?
Both, I think. Let's start with digging it out.
So you start to dig it out, and you're able to kind of get under it. You can see that there's a few small things under it. First off, there's a bunch of scorpions, which kind of scatter as you kind of dig it out and light floods in the tunnel. Then you can see another bit of bark.
Let's grab the bark.
So you grab the bark and are able to see that it is something. It's actually another big pictogram. It is a pictogram of the big statue in the other room. And it shows a large and it shows a cube sitting under it.
Ah.
Like another pictogram under it that it is a cube.
Then let's throw the piece of bark in my bag and carefully grab a cactus on my way out.
Do that again. Let's put cactus on the way out.
Yeah, grabbing.
Yeah. You're careful to not prick yourself on the cactus.
Yeah. And we go and make a potion.
So you now have everything you would need for both of the remaining potions, the angry face as well as the block one.
Let's make both.
Right. So you make both potions. You kind of sit there, grind there, Legend of Zelda cooking noises.
Yes. Let us go back to the fox room real quick.
The beast room?
Yeah. The one with a bunch of grass in it.
Yeah. So you head over there. That would be over here. You're able to kind of head back over towards the fox room.
I think I want to sort of go towards the entrance of the room, but not immediately enter the room.
All right. You are. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I was gonna pull out the watered down heart potion.
So the heart one?
Yeah, the one that kills plants.
Yes. So what would you like to do? With that?
Throw it at the ceiling, sort of towards the middle of the room, so the contents scatter everywhere throughout the room.
Yeah, you just kind of chuck it into the middle of the room, and you can see that it kind of. You don't have like glass vials. You've just been kind of making these in some wooden bowls. You kind of toss the bowl up. It hits the ceiling, kind of spills over, and you can see that a good bit of the stuff in the center of the room cleans out. You can see the ground again there. It didn't seem to hit some of the foxes, but it doesn't seem to have done anything. But they're all kind of whipped into a frenzy as they're like running around the room now, yipping at each other, trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. As a lot of the grass in the center of the room just disappears. It doesn't quite get all the way to the edges with the first batch. You would now be able to move through this faster, but you would lose the cover of the grass.
Fair enough. From the entrance, would I remember where the two foxes for the other exits to that room are?
Yeah, they're just still sitting there at the exits. They seem to have been alerted to what was happening, but they didn't move.
May I take a stealth attack with my short bow?
You're gonna hurt the little fox?
They're guarding the doors.
All right.
Plus, they seem to be an ingredient, so.
What?
I'm gonna make a guess and say they're an ingredient. Or they are an alert system for something bigger, which I do not want to meet.
Okay, you attack the fox. Roll an attack roll.
Plus stealth attack, which is D.
You'll have sneak attack, but that'll be on the damage. So first you roll.
Yes. So that is D6. No, sorry. 20 plus 6.
Mm-hmm.
7. Oh. Using lucky.
Alright, you will use your second lucky.
23.
That'll hit. As you just kind of roll damage.
Plus sneak attack.
So it should be I believe a crossbow is a D6. So it'd be a D6 plus 2d6 sneak attack plus 4.
Or 4.
You don't add proficiency to damage. You only add the modifier. So it's just your dex, which is 4.
Cool. Roll 3d6 plus 4. 11.
All right. So you just kind of stab into this fox, and you hear a loud whimper as it just kind of takes it, slowly tries to get back up, but slowly falls over. Seemingly passing away.
All right then.
Again, you lodges there just deep into this thing's side. It clearly hurts.
Can I stealth into the eastern exit?
Yeah. That's assuming that's the one you stabbed.
Yeah. I'll get the southern one next after I come back from wherever I'm going.
All right. So alrighty then. And clear out this. So you continue on, and you see that this leads into. You don't see this path. I'm noting you do not see this path that goes straight. Right?
Why not?
It's not a real path. It's a real fake path. Okay. So the. So you know how in this room, there was paths that led up that you didn't immediately see. This is something similar. So it's marked down because it exists, but it's not something that without investigation you would figure out. There's something that like an event that will let you figure out that these are there, but you have not encountered that event yet. So you're not like unless your character's like gut reaction is there are secret tunnels everywhere.
Probably not.
Yeah. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb.
What?
I forgot that it's not this little section of this hallway. This entire hallway, like this three-section hallway that connects these rooms, all of it is hidden. Just check my notes.
Huh?
There's one exit out of the Fox room. One clear exit out of the Fox room.
Is it south?
Yes.
Then I guess we did the whole killing the fox for the south.
Okay, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
That's a fuck up on me. I fucked that up.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's been a while because I forgot. Because I'm remembering like, oh wait, I don't remember that. And yeah, because this is a hidden path.
Cool.
Because I've been making some rolls like on my phone, separate one. Alright, so this one heads down. It is a path that is still kind of difficult terrain for now. I'm not going to mark it, but for reference. And you can see that it splits off into two separate pathways. Here and here. One room heading down. The other one heading further to the west.
Well, let's go west.
So you head to the west and are opened up into this very large room. It is a thin room, but a long one. You notice that as you kind of enter, you are crossing over what seems to be a small stream. There's a large stream here that kind of goes from one side to the other. So this is very large room.
Interesting.
So yeah, there's a large stream that runs from about the back of the room here, where there's a waterfall. So it is like a you see that there's a large waterfall back here that is kind of letting off water streaming along towards this exit. And at its entrance, it is rather deep. There seems to be a pool at the bottom with several fish in it.
Interesting.
I say with several fish in it. As well as moving along, there are some smaller fish in the river. These ones seem kind of big, like the catfish from before, but several of them are just like very small minnows.
Do I notice any, like, let's make it just a general, investigation of, like, the plants, the animals, like, is there a new ingredient in the room?
Thing. The ingredients are on the other side. You read the message that was in the little alchemy room. It said that this was divided into two paths: the path of the ivy and the path of the fang. The path of the ivy required the alchemy room. It mentioned. So again, this dungeon is kind of split down the middle. The path of the ivy is to the right, and the path of the fang is to the left. So there are no ingredients on this side that you would need for over there. There may be ingredients here, but none of them that would be required for this side.
Ah. Fair enough. Then let us... Can we go back to the other side?
Yeah. You have to walk through the boxes again if you'd like to stealth around, but the fox is still dead.
Okay. Roll. Let us go back to the statue room, the snow room. Woof.
So you are over here again. Where would you like to go? You have made all the potions now, so you have access to the stone potion and the angry face potion, as well as the other three that you already know the usage of.
Yep.
You also have the pictogram from the snake room, from the desert room, which showed the cube as well as the big statue that is in the winter room.
This cube potion, do I pour it into the bowl connected to the statue?
So is that what you like to do? You'd like to pour the stone one in there?
Yes.
All right. Bum ba da bum. What's the fucking Zelda noise?
Fucking, I don't know.
There's many Zelda noises, but imagine a Zelda noise. Fucking general purpose Zelda noise. As you pour this into the statue, and it seems to start to kind of rumble and shake for a few seconds into that bowl. As it does, you see that it kind of the statue starts to develop several cracks going around it. They seem to crack, and only really on a surface level. As again, it cracks open and slowly splits, splintering down the center, and as you take a few steps back, you see that the statue kind of explodes in this flash of light. All of the stone on it turning to dust as a bunch of all of the animals just kind of scurry off. Again, it seems like these were petrified animals. And you have ended their petrification, destroying the statue and revealing the way past, as well as kind of causing them all to start existing. So you notice that all of the animals that can start to move around and like get in the room. Start to move around the room. The fish just kind of lay there because they're fish and they can't move on their own.
Yeah.
But the other animals you notice start to kind of like run off. And you notice, just like with the rabbits, seemingly. After a minute or so, while there's only one exit to this room, and it leads to water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of them slowly disappear, just like the bunnies did. But for now, you have cleared the path forward on this southern path, and you have laying there in the snow this kind of small rod.
Pick up the rod.
Yeah, you pick up the rod, and it is an item. I will grab its description for you. One moment. D&D. I'm looking at the rods. So you notice it is a small metal rod with 8 faces on it. It is about a foot and a half long, and you notice that each of them is capped with a horse head. So it looks like a rook's a knight piece from chess. So about the horse of a head carved into it out of this kind of goldish metal. A rod about a foot and a half long with a small button on one side of it.
Do I press the rod?
That's a personal question, man. I don't know if you press the button. That's personal.
Push the button then.
You push the button. And the rod doesn't move.
Okay.
As in, you move your hand, you press the button, and the rod just kind of freezes in place. You fail to move it, pulling on it or pushing on it, and if you let go, it just hovers there, exactly where it was when it pushed the button.
The immovable rod. Okay.
Immovable rod.
Can I push the button again?
Push the button, and the rod returns to being a rod that's just kind of in your hand. It releases itself from 3D space.
All right.
I didn't want to give you. So basically, I wanted to give you something small that maybe Pancake would let you keep, but he probably won't let you keep it. So don't get your hopes up.
I just assumed this was all a dream sequence anyway.
It is. But I think Pancake is funny. Pancake likes funny things.
Okay.
So I feel like he might let you keep the rod.
Cool.
But yeah. So you shall continue on the path. This path does not exist, so only one forest here. Or this path does exist, but it's like shrouded in leaves and stuff. As you enter the final room. So because this is a mini session, I'm not going to do the whole thing here. Because this is a multiple floor dungeon. This is like an 11 fucking floor dungeon. So I'm just gonna have you do the first floor. So they're just gonna have you
floor,
do the first floor, and
we're
we're about done with that. You're welcome to go back and explore the other path, but for now, you enter this last big final room, and it's a very calm, tepid room. As you do, you feel all of the like wetness on your clothes and cold from the room behind you kind of disappear, as it is just a nice, pleasant, warm atmosphere.
Alright.
I was gonna say. You notice a small lockbox off to one side, like a metal box with a large rune of an eye and two other symbols you're not immediately quite sure of. As well as just kind of another plaque on the back wall. Again, this one is written in all four languages, and you're able to read it. And it says, "Congratulations! You have proved your cunning and knowledge. You have explored, scavenged, and delved your way through. Concocting the potions and experiments needed to both learn and to progress through this side. You have cleared the path of the ivy, and shown your cunning.
Interesting.
As a reward for this, you will find a small. You have the rod that you freed from the pedestal, as well as this small token here. Well, not much. It is a sign of all you have done here, and hopefully a sign of all you shall do in the future. And you notice a small pedestal, like a small large bowl in the ground, and inside of it, alchemy kit, like an actual standard alchemy kit, a few different materials, and a pile of about 10 gold.
Cool.
And a thing that teleports you back to the beginning if you want.
Interesting. Yeah.
Alright.
Let us take the gold, the alchemy kit, and the immovable rod, and go home.
Yeah. So if you wish to stop there for the dungeon.
Sure.
Alright. So you take the small things, and as you do, you see a small crystal glow to the side, and you touch it, kind of figuring it out, and you find yourself teleported back to that top room. The small grate. Ajon's there too. And a Leica. We're gonna hand wave why they appeared there and weren't with you for a while, why they just fucking disappeared.
Reasons.
But you're teleported back to the first floor, and you hear that large metal grate close, signifying that the entrance is now closed. We're no longer able to descend down into the dungeon.
Fun.
And I hope you enjoyed. Congratulations, you have delved the Dungeon.
Yes. It was fun.
I hope you enjoyed. If you want now, I can tell you about the dungeon in total.
Sure.
So this is a dungeon that was devised for my other campaign. It is a dungeon that is the test of the gods. Basically, this is a place meant to teach people about the races, and so this is the floor of the orcs. Orcs were primal civilization that did all this. So this is kind of the floor that represents all they did, from basic alchemy to fighting and learning about beasts and all that. There are two paths. The Ivy and the Fang, and the Fang can be done in two ways. So the Ivy is the path you did. It is about kind of exploring, foraging, and finding solutions, kind of using that little alchemy kit you found to do all this. And again, it has two main things. You bait and find animals. You make the water breathing potion so you can get through, and then you make the potion of petrification. Which do note, it unpetrifies stuff. It also does petrify stuff.
Ah.
So you could have used that to freeze animals in place. So that is that path, and that's the one you did. And then the other path is several rooms with creatures in them. So the idea is that there are several rooms with creatures, and there is a large creature that stalks around that side. It is a large stone panther.
I probably would have had trouble with that.
Yeah. There are two ways to do it, though. There's a large beast, and there are several smaller beasts in the room. There's the foxes, which have some minor psionic abilities. There is the boars in that room. There's a fish in this room, and if you kind of enrage it, it'll become a big fish. And there are several other rooms.
other rooms?
Yeah. I'll actually just reveal this for you now. Might as well.
Sure.
Let me grab this. So. Layers. So we'll move this layer back. So here's the dungeon totality. So this is the orc room. This is the path that kind of leads straight to the end here. It is designed to be an encounter with the panther if you get through the wall, and then if you do, you can just go straight to the end of this path. So it's like a free exit if you want. And then there's this. So these rooms here are like little ones and hidden paths that are prowled by the Janther. So that's why they're hidden. The idea is that if you investigate enough, you can find them on the ceiling, and then kind of crawl through them to get to certain to kind of get past a few things. But yeah. So this is the boar room. Then you have the fox room. This is a room full of ravens and spiders. This is a room with fish. This is a room with orangutans. This room has wolves. This one has something very funny in it that I won't spoil. And this one has. What does this one have? It's got something. This is a treasure room down here if you're able to do it, but the only way to get through it is through the Janther access tunnels. And this room is the special one. So there are two ways to do this path, basically, right? You can go through it killing animals, or you can go through it sneaking past them. So what you could have done with the foxes is you had an invisibility potion. You could have used that to sneak past them, or try to just run past them, because they generally don't leave the rooms they're assigned to. And it would have made noise potentially had the Janther come and get you, but you would have been able to kind of like run around and run past. So yeah, the idea was that you would run around trying to escape the Janther, and if you made a lot of noise and stuff, you would attract it basically, and have to fight it, or have to run away from it. Basically, you can run away until you start fighting it. But yeah. So basically, in the end, every time you kill something like an animal here, it leads to this last room. And the more things you have killed, the more powerful this room gets. So if you decide to do a combat trial, there's a final trial at the end for it. So basically, there are mushrooms in this room, and the more things you kill, the more food you give those mushrooms, and they will get stronger and stronger. So is basically a combat trial at the end. The more you kill, the harder that room gets. And the less you kill, the easier the room is. If you don't kill anything, if you do the path of the Fang without killing anything, you just sneak past everything. That room is basically just empty. But there are more rewards if you like kill stuff. Yeah, there's three ways through the dungeon. The Ivy, which is the puzzle you solved. The path of the Fang, sneaking, and the path of the Fang, fighting.
Interesting. I think that is all.
Well, yeah, that's it. I'm fine to hang out if you want for a little bit, or not.
Probably fine. I think I'm just gonna stop recording now.